Greetings and salutations, this is another run at Barrett's Nerdsville. This video, I just watched Wrestling with Regrets video on religion in wrestling. I think that is the title of it. Oh, worst religious gimmicks and angles. Now, I honestly do believe, and not taking anything away from Mr. Zane's intelligence, it's the it's a lack of it's more or less the lack of respect that promoters have for religion, more so Christianity. Firstly, to have someone like a Brother Love, because I know this isn't a microphone, but it's the closest thing I have, and the top of it does look like a certain somebody's microphone, and I will do the impression of him. Ah, hey, you, and there's the Brother Love gimmick. There is a huge flaw in the Brother Love gimmick, which is you never actually step foot in the ring. And to have the Brother Love do something with more of a satanic force, as in The Undertaker, it's virtually saying that Christianity and Satan and dark forces are the same. It's to say that in politics that Barack Hussein Obama is the king of India, where clearly he is not, and clearly what the Undertaker is and what Brother Love is are two entirely separate things. Another reason why that religion in wrestling will not work, it's more to do with people want to escape the if they just came from church and came from a synagogue or another place of worship, temple, whatnot, they don't want to be seeing something that they love dearly. If we just say the rabid rabbi, or the mauling monk, or the priest of pain, and those sort of things, those sort of things will not work. The simple reason is a lot of people, and I'm one of them. I have, my senior minister, he is a great fella, and I have friends who are senior ministers of churches, and also junior ministers of churches, and youth leaders of churches, and that is where professional wrestling does its best at its worst. It's to get honestly, it's a way to provoke a negative reaction. But, and I must admit, it is a good way to do a negative reaction. But there are more ways to do this sort of thing instead of provoking a religious hatred towards a certain group. It will be very weird to have the insane imam versus the something like on the lines of Catholicism. The fuming father versus the insane imam. Christianity versus Islam. The ultimate warrior, the ultimate fight comes into the ring. You know that you're going to have a lot of Muslims bowing down. They don't care if the person is called the satanic sheikh, the insane imam, or anything like that. They would just see it as disrespect of their faith. And the reason why I do that is because I don't believe it is a faith at all. It's more of a cult. That's just my view on Islam, not yours. And the Catholics will get upset as well because they'll say, like the father of my church, he is a man of great respect. He's a great man of dignity, and to say that, or even just to imply that the father is furious or flaming or or have some sort of anger management issues, it's going to cross a lot of people off, and it'll look bad on the promotion. You're just rubbing people the wrong way, and there are more ways to do a heat angle than to pull in religion. And with that, with saying that, the third point, there's more with other things. The gap between rich and poor, that's a good heat thing. Like the rich wrestler goes in there. Look at me, I'm worth millions. No, wait, billions. No, wait, trillions of dollars. But yeah, I step foot in here to get a little school kid 5 cents in a dollar to face against the genetically inferior freak to entertain you. Now that is a good way to have heat, is to say, you know what, my time is worth more than your time, but yet I'm here working for you to entertain you, facing against someone that you like and he is not rich. Now that you see that is more of a valid point to get the heat. To say, hey, I'm better than you are, and you know it. You hate me. Hate is nothing more than love disguising itself, wrapping itself with jealousy and misunderstanding. That sort of gimmick. And yes, I know I may have borrowed some of that line from Enzo and Big Cass from the WWE. But again, there's another good one. Nations in the past have proven successful, and they still work to this very day. I've said in more than one video that I'm a friend with a professional wrestling organization in Australia called AWF. And to have that rivalry between the home nation and other nations around the world, it is beyond compare. You can say, you know what? I am from Italy. I am the quintessential player of the entire universe. You see, my Ferrari. No, make that. My fleet of Ferraris. My wine. You see, I can retire on the selling of Ferraris and the drink and the wine, and opening up many a restaurant. I don't have to wrestle here. The Mamma Mia, the cannoles. I could say that, why am I wrestling here? I could be back at home in Italy doing something better. It's to say that they could be at another location, not only in your country, not only in your city, your state, / territory, / province, / prefecture, but in your nation. They can be somewhere better than your nation. The same thing with an American coming down to Australia, Well, y'all, I've been to Perth. All your Perth boys, they suck. I've been to Queensland. They're nothing but a bunch of pelters, as you all want to call them. I've been to Adelaide. I heard about these here people killers down there. Guess what? I'm the one who killed them. I've been to Melbourne, where they so think that they're higher class than everyone else. I've wiped the floor with them. I've been to Hobart. I've been to Darwin. Those so-called real tough areas. Guess what? I slept with y'all crocodiles, and I slept with y'all's redback spiders. And I've also went through your state capital. I took on them, and I took on y'all nation's capital, and I annihilated every little son of a bitch. And guess what? I'm here in Sydney to slay the guys of Sydney. That way, I can be called the true the Australian heavyweight champion. I can take that belt back home to the United States and put it on my mantle, so none of y'all can come after me. You see, that's an American insulting Australia. And doing so, you get the heat from the Sydney crowd. Which is the best way to bring out someone outside, to bring hatred or heat outside of religion. Another way that another was saying that religion in wrestling is stupid, or religion storylines / gimmicks is stupid, is the fact that it's literally a weak premise to go. I could be booked as the British brother, and come down with the whole Catholic collar thing, like the not Catholic thing, but a proper minister's choker wrapped around it, singlet with like David, like the Star of David, not the Star of David, but the battle of David versus Goliath. On the back have a Bible open to the Ten Commandments. My bottom, it looks like what Reverend will wear in the service. With the half sun and like rays coming down towards his feet to a white pair of boots. But that is a lazy way to either A, get heat, or B, get popular with the crowd. It is honestly one of the weakest forms of getting heat or trying to get support for a wrestler. It's as simple. It's weak. To prey on someone's deeply held beliefs, or to prey upon someone's deeply held hatreds as a form of religious format is weak. And as a wrestling fan, I do believe that it is one of the laziest things to rely on. Vince McMahon himself has got a rifle many times over, opened his mouth real wide, like put the butt of the rifle onto the ground with his toe, boom, and left a grey stain left a grey and like grey brain, white bone, and red blood stain on the walls of his office many times over, because he is lazy. It is open laziness from Vince McMahon himself. Yes, oh, I defeated WCW. They defeated ECW. Who gives a shit about them? I defeated AWA. I defeated this wrestling organization. I run that world out of the ground. Guess what? That territory no longer exists because of me. All of them are fired. But this, he might want to claim that. He might even want to do the whole I've defeated the US government thing. I beat Shawn Michaels and God in a tag team match. That is lazy. Lazy booking, lazy in promoting, lazy in getting a fixture of a match. Him and his son versus Shawn Michaels and God. It's a simple handicap match. And to say that God helped Shawn Michaels out to defeat you. Damn no. You booked that. You booked that Shawn Michaels would pin you for the 1, the 2, and the 3. You booked that. Don't blame God for something that you booked. Also, also that way of booking is also insulting as well. I honestly do believe that to truly get heat with the crowd, there are various ways. You can use, as I said, mention of status in society, your national affiliation, your home crowd affiliation. You can even do association as well, you know, to say, you know what, I believe in even this new political way, you know, help the refugees, don't help the refugees. You can have a tree hugger, bad guy. You go, hey, you know, peace, man. Oh, you out there are lazy scumbags. You know what I'm talking about? But yet still peace. You're not giving much to the whole plethora of refugees that are literally begging their way to get into insert country here. You have to let them in. You have to let them in with undue process. You have to let them in without all these investigations done. You see right there. I've provoked a crowd, a certain number of people, but the conservatives say that keep refugees out can be equally as popular as the home nation, home state, hometown hero. It's something like that. Well, you know what? That tree hugger there, he might want to give up his house. I'm here to say that you can keep yours. You know what? I'm sick and tired of those left-wing crybaby losers telling you and me what to do. I'm here to fight for you. And I'll tell you how I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the kale, wrap it up into a ball. I'm going to take his propaganda crap, shove the ball into the crap, wrap it up tight, crunch it down to a really nasty, old sharp ball. I'm going to get this pair of bamboo glasses, crush them, get that pathetic glue of theirs, roll this big ball in it, make sure it gets all coated, get the glass all over it, and shove it straight up the cornhole, or straight up, or some sort of thing to resemble the backside area. And you can get people go, yeah, brother, testify. Testify in a sense of testify the truth. and this politically and this conservative patriot can go, well, I don't believe that our nation was founded on backstabbing, backsliding little shits. It was forged with great power and great determination, which you're gonna get a lot of people to say, get on the good side. But then you can have the hippie guy go, yeah, but how many Australians killed? Well, I'm using my own country here. How many Australians killed? Innocent children, women in Vietnam with the dropping of that napalm bomb. You seen that little Asian girl running naked. See, she was in pain. It was because of Australia. You can get a lot of hate from that, and you can also get a lot of support from that. You can get rivalries between two camps: the peaceful the hippie left-wing person who says let the refugees in. Like the nation was a sinful one for doing Korea, Vietnam War, Falkland Wars, or something like that. Then you got your conservative guy, and also bring in. It's like you can literally split an audience in half. One half cheering for the conservative guy and booing the hippie guy. The same thing can be said in reverse. Cheering the hippie guy, booing the conservative guy. That is where you can get a good range of heat in a match or in a series of matches without using religion. There are more ways where you can get happiness. You see, you can get. Let's see. Since Triple H has done this King of Kings skull faced look, great. Shane, if you're going to run WWE in the future, get what Triple H has done. You get your brother-in-law what he some aspects of that. And if they're revamping the He-Man or the He-Man, She-Ra, Masters of the Universe thing, rebrand that. Rebrand that thing that your brother-in-law worked, like the costumes. Say, this is the Dark Skull. Then you get like equally, like a buff character. You go, this is Colossus. Or Hercules Circulaeum, or something like that, So, this guy is like a He-Man type, this guy's like a Skeletor type. Put them in the ring together, have them have matches. Bring in new guys, bring new guys to be a part of this war between, the Skeletor and the He-Man based characters. They are loosely based, but they will not be called that. You can have like the Skeletor one walking down, like the skull, like a skull helmet, and the mask over the top. But then he unveils himself, and it's like one of the kids from Karate Kid. Standing there, like a grey, like a burgundy red and ashen grey mixed together, like that, form that dusky terracotta-y type grey costume. Then you got the He-Man character, get a big muscular guy with long blonde hair. Yeah, I'm borrowing a bit from Hogan and He-Man, but the long blonde hair. Come down to the ring with like a crown on his a crown of like a wreath of flowers or something like that on his head. In more of like a gold and silver type of of attire, walk down to the ring. He-Man versus Skeletor, that sort of rivalry. You can also do like a gangster and a copper rivalry. They've done a prison inmate and a law enforcement officer. I think the rivalry was between Bossman and Nails. Look at the history for that one, boys and girls. You see, there are various things where you can do to get in professional wrestling. You can borrow ideas from comics / cartoons. You can borrow reality TV. Have two women literally hate each other, and you can get the crowd interested in both women. You can borrow a bit from, let's say, Law and Order or a Castle, and have the hero go through the entire heel roster. Then later on, it's showing the couple themselves gets is bribed, and then he turns heel. Good cop going to be crooked cop. That can bring heat into professional wrestling away from religion. I know I've spoken very little on religion in this video, though the topic is religion and professional wrestling. I've just described more ways to promote wrestling than to use religion. Mr. Zane is right that to use religion is a weak way. I'm just saying it's beyond weak, it's pathetic. It's something that we see in television shows like Bones. Oh, the kid has devil horns on his head and he was found dead on a Catholic altar. Ooh. They've already done like that. Soap operas and everything has been done with religion, and it's becoming less and less something to be revered. And also, you just don't need a huge chunk of people say, you know what, we're going to boycott you. We won't even petition against your federation, promotion, organization. We won't even show up. We're going to be that passive aggressive with you. We won't show up. We will not. It can be underground type thing, underground protesting, where you can have churches pull. So hey, if you're not doing anything for our church, I've got a friend in another church who wants some help. Can you go and help him? And a guy like me, I will put wrestling after God. I'll put everything after God. If there's a wrestling event and a church event on the same day, guess where I'm going? I'm going to the church event. And that's how you can get a lot of people to be going away from your promotion. Is to say there's a religious aspect of it. It's going to, even if you portray a religion as good or a religion as bad, it's still religion. You're using religion to benefit your ends and your goals. You don't need, as I said, you don't need to do that. Who knows? There could be a sudden influx in soup kitchen duties where they'll be needing a lot of people, and those people will put God over your promotion or any promotion because of the religious aspect. What I'm saying also, let me just say, in closing, wrestling and religion does not have to mix. I'm also against that body slam for Christ's sake. Yeah, you just don't need that sort of negative publicity. That's basically it. You don't need that negative publicity. Over here in Australia, there's been a cry over the Catholic Church going to say to its parishioners, to the people who are Catholic in Australia, to pull their internet, their phone, and their TV subscriptions away from the telco Telstra and Foxtel, which is a child company of Telstra. If a lot of people pull things away from Telstra and Foxtel, that means a lot of money going down the toilet, and that is the Catholic Church saying that what the telco's done was wrong. Just imagine hardly anyone showing up to a wrestling event because of religion. And people want to escape what they know in life. And wrestling is a part of it. So, to all promoters out there, refrain and do not use religion in your promotions from this day onwards. Wind down. If you have a religious gimmick now, wind it up. If you have a religious based storyline, start winding that up. Start planning ahead for something a bit more friendly towards everyone. I'm saying that the religious thing is not friendly towards everyone. It's friendly to some people and not friendly to others. But don't be lazy. Don't go use religion as a crutch to get heat and favor. And lastly, be true to the nature of professional wrestling. Give them a good heel, give them a good face, but you don't need to put religion in their place. I'm Ryan Barrows. Peace.